Hey, welcome back to my mini trucking channel, guys. Here's part 5 of my ultimate clodbuster build using the ukmonsters Race 2.0 chassis. And part 5 is basically 100% complete of the mechanics of the clodbuster chassis and the BTA steering. There's no electronics, there's no servo, there's no ESCs, motors, anything on here yet. But this is the last video before that happens. So I'll talk about a couple things really quick that I did out of the box. First off, I got the BTA steering. Absolutely no binding on the axles on full extension, full travel. No binding on the stock axles at all. Nothing. It's perfect. Okay. The other thing is this top plate is not symmetrical, guys. Let me turn. I don't think I need a slide, but now turn it down. This top plate here is not symmetrical. So the way I have it here, my front is here, my back is here with the lockout. So the way I did it is the front, you have to have the shocks mounted on the outside of the cantilever setup, and then they mount to the outside holes. And on this side, they have to mount on the inside of the cantilevers and on the inside holes. Now, originally I didn't pay attention to that, and I just mounted these on the inside and tried to use the holes, and it was the wrong configuration. And I found out really quick that you lose a lot of travel. Your shocks are compressed, and you don't get, half the travel. And I was a little disappointed. I'm like, there's no way this can be right. So I did a little bit of mess around and saw some pictures, and I realized, you know what, I'm going to swap these around if that's the issue. So yeah, these holes are not, this plate is not symmetrical, so these holes will be different. So the way I have it now, guys, that's the way it's got to be. So I'll kind of give you a good look here. I'm using the associated shocks because I had several of these laying around. These are the rear end shocks. And also what I did out of the box, I relocated the rod for the cantilever setup and the sway bar over. So they started here, I moved them over on the front and back, because what that did, it brought up the whole suspension, it brought it more level. So it didn't sit, too high, too much of an arc on the suspension. I wanted it more parallel. And then I'll pause a second, I'll put the wheels on to show you the travel it gets. So right now this is part 5. Like I said, guys, it turned out great. Get some shots here. There's the back. Beautiful, beautiful build, guys. I couldn't be happier. This was my dream build, pretty much. And I'm going to do another one. That's the other ukmonster chassis there. That's the Razor 2.1, I believe. So there's the front. So with the BTA steering, you get this mount. And also there was another issue I ran into, guys. There's a screw hole on the side of this servo mount that with the plastic, let me pause 1 second. Not pause, but let me put that down. So move this over. So with this hole, using the stock arms, you can screw through the back side of here into it. It'll hold it, keep it mounted here. And then on this aluminum axle tube, you don't have that option because you can't screw in from the back end. So you can't utilize that hole on the servo mount for that side. So that was why, let me see if I can zoom in that. So if you look inside here, there's a screw that would mount into the other hole there. So I'm not doing that. Obviously I have these two installed, which is not a problem. You just use the top screw on your axle tube from the inside, mount to that, and then that one goes inside. And then this is just friction, don't tighten it too high or it'll crack. So, but other than that, there's no binding. Oh, perfect. And then also to make it work with this setup, because of the BTA, I had to swap the arms around, the knuckles, so the arm sits higher because it was rub it on the chassis there. So now it's not. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put the wheels in. I'm not gonna screw them on, but I'm just gonna set them on. And I'll show you guys the travel. I'm just gonna set it on like this, so I don't have to make this video too long with pausing and whatnot. Trying to get the wheels the right direction on the treads. It's not working out as best as I wanted here. Like I said, I'm not screwing them on, I'm just setting them on. That'll do it. Alright. So, there it is from the side. So now here's the travel. It goes all the way down to the table and it doesn't touch. It's like half a centimeter, man. It's like not even a millimeter touching the way I have it. The way I did it with these holes up here and then the mounting holes. That's how I wanted this thing to sit. That's how I wanted it to sit. And it's got really good, I don't have these mounted, but it's got articulation. It's not like a crawler articulation, but it does have good articulation, guys. But that's it. I'm ecstatic on how this build is turning out. This is 100% the mechanics. And yeah, really nice. Turned out awesome, guys. So, but that's part 5. I'm going to start installing the servo for the steering. And as of now, because I get decent, before I used to be okay with the steering radius on this. But on that one, I'm going to build that for, that one's 4x4. So, but I just wanted to show this one here. So, hope the people that have been watching appreciate the build series I've did on this. I'm not showing how I'm installing everything, but if you have any questions, let me know. Just going to get some up-front shots here. These are the jconcepts tribute wheels. You can see the molding on there. They do have the adapters for the stock clod. Just trying to get some shots for you guys. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that notification, and more clod videos coming, guys. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.